What's up, guys? So today I wanted to do a video just in old-fashioned style. Kind of my videos were a long time ago where I didn't really have any kind of fancy editing or anything, just because I feel like, me basically just using the phone authentically without any crazy editing is probably the best way to show, or at least talk about a phone. So I wanted to kind of just go over my final thoughts after owning this for about 5 months. And so some big things that stand out to me are, even when this phone runs well, it seems like when the fan was turned on, it's almost like games got worse. And you would think that it would be the opposite, but I don't know what it is. But there's some kind of weird thing that happens, even if the phone's being cooled down. When the phone is also, I guess, like just has a fan on, it seems like the quality of games somehow decreases. And now it sounds like it wouldn't make sense at all, but I just think it's something to do with the software. Now, let me say this. A lot of people complain about updates, but I ended up getting the Chinese version of this, and I found that absolutely 110% the phone gets a lot of updates. I got 5 updates on this thing, man. I don't really know what they're going to do after the 9 Pro comes out. It seems like they kind of just neglect phones in the past. They say they're going to update them. I don't really know for sure. But, being myself and getting phones all the time, I don't really have to worry about that. But obviously, that is not every single person. Now, if you'd like to see maybe some gameplay and stuff like that, you can check other devices. But I'm going to kind of just, this is more of just talking about my experience. You know what I mean? And so yeah, the fan, it's okay, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's just turn on back. Maybe we can prove my point, maybe not. But a lot of people were requesting Yuzu emulator. I can't even get a game to run, and I have the proper things installed. Look, I think it's honestly Nintendo doing a good job of basically just encrypting. That doesn't make sense because they can't change anything in a file. I have like the proper keys and everything installed, so unfortunately, Yuzu is not working. Otherwise, that would have been my video today. But it doesn't mean that it won't work in the future. And it could be an issue on my end. Maybe I literally picked the file that was the 7-zip file and not the actual ND or NS ROM file. So that probably could be it. Because it does work. I guess I just have to do a little bit of tinkering. That's kind of how that goes. One thing I would say is I really enjoyed how they put Diablo mode. It's just kind of small, but I really enjoyed how they put Diablo mode just at the bottom. It's very convenient, and I would only really run games in it anyway. But sometimes, for some reason, this would say 200 megahertz, so I had to go out and I had to basically just change that. But yeah, 3.36 gigahertz and 719 megahertz for straight up for a GPU is fantastic. I mean, you have a lot of options. Somebody was wondering, how I got these things in the corner. I don't know. Maybe the Plus model comes with them or not. Maybe the Plus model comes with it. But yeah, I would say that this has been fantastic. I mean, I've really enjoyed the gaming. I've enjoyed like the Gravity X settings. Actually, that's the keyboard thing. I have a video on that if you're curious about that as well. But let's see here. So, I mean, I love this. I love being able to just, boost it. I got to drag it up, but like this, you know what I'm saying? Ultra, and then you can go performance, right? You lock it up, and then you can go turn the GPU up. You know what I'm saying? Certain games can only handle it so well, but it doesn't mean that it's not terribly, I guess, with other games. I'm trying to knock this device because I'm really trying to be honest. But what I have noticed is that actually a lot of people will dog the general overall normal phone experience. The only thing that really bothers me, and people are let me preface this, please listen to this. I don't know how well the translator is going to be, so if you don't speak English, I apologize, but please pay attention to what I'm saying here. So what I am talking about is something. So the front-facing camera, it sucks, dude. Just plain and simple, it blows. Like, you know what I mean? It's just garbage. Like, I don't know how many ways you want to spin it, but like, it's just great. It literally feels like it's just bad, dude. And I know it's under a screen. Okay, I know it's under a screen. Let me say it again. I know it's under a screen, so don't comment that. It's just something that bothers me, man. I really wish they wouldn't have a full display. I can deal with a little camera punch cut out. The screens are big enough to where you kind of lose focus of it anyway. Just have a better front-facing camera. I really wish people would do the mechanical pop-up. You know what I mean? And yeah, they didn't do it on this. They didn't do it on the 9 Pro from what I can see so far. Also, guys, somebody put your 8S Pro is obsolete. Well, I mean, yeah, dude, but I can't buy the 9 Pro yet because it hasn't even been announced. It's just like, dude, come on. You gotta realize, like, leaks don't mean the device is available for everybody. And there was a purchase window available on GizTop, but I missed that because I had no idea. You know what I mean? I really had no idea about it. So unfortunately I had to miss it. But yeah, I mean, I really like the themes. I like how there was like Transformers theme. It was really fun. You know, the boot up was cool, but it did take about 5 updates for the boot up to be, you know, back to normal. I got like, let's see with the dust, man. Let's see if the, you know, this time around the dust is any, nope, just about the same. But it's kind of like, dude, instead of, I guess like, you know, finding a way to maybe get less dust in with more air out. And I don't know if they actually can do this or not without having it completely sealed, but they just kind of put a yellow film over it just so you can't see inside of it. I feel like it's just a really cheap way to not get criticism for dust in the vent. As you'll notice on the 8, it had like a ton of dust, but it's the same thing that's going on here. It's not the end of the world, okay? And yeah. So what I would say too is because this thing was clocked higher, you really had to deal with just a more battery drain, but it's pretty okay. Like it'll last a day and a half depending on what I'm doing. You know what I mean? It really just depends. I think with time the battery kind of calibrated itself out, so it was a lot better. But yeah, so keep in mind, guys, this is also just base Android. You know what I mean? It really is just basic Android. There's not much to it. I think if you want a comparison, I guess a good way to see what this phone will offer is to just look up stock Android phones. So, I mean, the Pixel might be a little bit different, but at the same time, like, there is a lot you can do that's consistent. Like, at the core, it's Android. So, you're going to get an Android experience. You're going to get the Play Store, yada, yada, yada. You're going to get it all. You know what I mean? And what I really wish is, I kind of wish I picked up the international version. I think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to go with a Transformers edition anymore. I mean, it's kind of cool, you know, the box, stuff like that, but it really, I don't know, it just looks kind of ugly after a while. It looks, you know what I'm saying? Versus like the cool like silver one. I think I'm going to go with the silver one, to be honest. Something that I am bummed about with the upcoming 9 Pros, they don't have a 24 gig version readily available. Yeah, I don't need it. Maybe games don't use it, but I mean, it's like, dude, come on, just like allow us to have a 24 gig model. Like that's the current like ridiculous amount available on a phone, and it makes me want to go with the OnePlus 12 when it comes out. You know what I mean? Like that, it makes me really want to do that. I think once I get all the I'm probably going to actually buy a OnePlus 12 for direct comparison, because I feel like it might be a good idea with the 9 Pro. The 9 Pro and the OnePlus 12, those are very much probably head-to-head phones because they aren't super expensive and they're kind of in that good specs, lower price range that you know, because it's like the most expensive is usually like Samsung and Apple, right? But right under you have OnePlus and RedMagic. You know what I mean? And of course, there's Xiaomi and things like that. But in my mind, I don't really, I don't know. The Xiaomi 14 looks cool. It's like the first HN3 phone out. Like they really did a good job with hopping right on that. You know, they really didn't waste any time, and I find that really fantastic. And yeah, good. You know, so good for Xiaomi. Also, they have the MIUI or MIUI. A lot of people will dog MIUI, and I don't think it's bad. I flashed an MIUI ROM on my T-Mobile MyTouch 4G, that or the HTC Sensation. It was one of those, but it was back in 2011. That was, you know, 2011, 2012 was when I was really into flashing ROMs, and I think that, you know, flashing ROMs is a good thing, but especially back then because you could essentially take bloated software that was really holding the phone down, and you could slap a ROM on that was stock Android with nothing in it, and the phone ran just so much better and so much cleaner. And it really made a difference back then because of the limitations that phones had with processing power. So you had like, you know, a 1 gigahertz processor with like 800 megabytes of RAM. And around that time, I guess like in terms of the phone demand, it made sense. I mean, everything is kind of relative to what's available at the time. So another thing I wanted to clear up, this phone is not a bad phone. I'm dogging it, but you got to realize, like, phones today are good, dude. Even budget phones are good. I mean, maybe if you only got, like, 3 gigs of RAM, it's going to kind of suck. But mostly if you have, like, you know, 12 gigs of RAM and up, even 8 probably functions pretty decently, but you're going to be fine. Like, it's going to work. Everything that you really want on a phone is going to work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got, and especially with this phone, man, you know, you really have some features. Like, I would say, though, this is based on personal usage. I didn't really use the shoulder triggers very much. They became kind of a gimmick. Not really if I'm playing shooter games. So if I'm playing shooter games, it's actually perfect. It really sets it apart. I don't really play shooter games, though. But let me just, I guess, like, you know, set something up real quick. I can kind of, I don't know if the downloads are going to be crazy, though. So, because I haven't played it in literally forever. I literally downloaded this and did not play it. Don't really remember, to be honest. I think I downloaded it for review's sake or something. But okay, I guess you guys can see download speeds, like the the write speeds, because it is connection, but I mean that's fast, man. It's 321 megabytes. It is downloading fast. That's a positive, man. It does download things very quickly. You know what I mean? There's no real worry there. Of course, it's going to be your internet connection, but there's also reading what's being downloaded and then writing the read write speed kind of ordeal. Like it's fast, man. This does have really good specs. Like it really does. Like it has an 8 Gen 2, which is now the older one. But it's kind of funny that we think just because it's like now it's not the newest processor that somehow it's not good. What if they never released the new one? How would you feel about the 8 Gen 2? Like it would be great, right? So it's almost like I feel like we move on too quickly from tech that's actually really good. Like it's like, dude, you know what I mean? Like it's just still a great phone. You know what I mean? And you of course, and let's just see this how this does. You know what I'm saying? 13, 23, 33, like 10 megabytes per second is pretty good, man. Like it really is. They got some whack shit going on. I don't even know. I don't play this game much because they really hit you hard with advertisements, and it really just becomes a bother, man. So that's really just the thing that kind of sucks, man. But yeah, I really do like how you can set the shoulder triggers. I wanted to show you guys just something that is valuable about this phone that really nothing offers besides RedMagic. Actually you can get it from the Rogue phone. The Rogue phone has triggers as well, but and that actually has waterproofing as well. So if you really are, if you're working in like an aquatic environment or something weird where you really need waterproofing, the Rogue phone actually offers a solution for that. So it's something to consider, but they don't have an 8 Gen 3 phone out yet. They usually release around April from what I have seen. But yeah, dude, like just straight up, I don't have everything downloaded yet, but we can just hop into a game real quickly as this tournament. I don't want to, no. Multiplayer, we'll kind of just run through it. It's always pretty fun. I get way too competitive in this thing, man. Like this brain, come on, bro. I just want to play a regular match. Jester's Club, that's kind of cool. The club. Big things popping in the motherfucking club. Damn, bro, oh, what the fuck? Okay, that's sick. Is that a new Battle Royale map? Or is that whoa, dude. Okay, I might have to play that, dude. That is actually really, really sick that they have this. But yeah, as you can see, it's kind of weird with the maps. But at the bottom, I don't know if it literally say at the bottom. Maybe I missed it. Okay, we'll play the club, the motherfucking club. All right. The 4th anniversary. Oh, that's cool. What the hell? Okay, that's pretty sick. They did this. You rise mode. Oh, it's not. Oh, this is like a. Oh, weird. Okay, they did listen. This is fucking crazy. This is actually pretty sick though, because they did this with the 1st anniversary. And it's pretty sick. I mean, it's creative, bro. Okay, nice, man. Thanks. It's kind of cool. It's a pretty cool little anniversary thing. I kind of want to show you guys a shooter thing though. So yeah, so Dome is fun to play. You guys need to get VR, man. They play this a lot in VR and contractors, man. I always talk about it, but brothers, there's just like, if you're gonna buy a phone or a VR headset, get a fucking VR headset, dude. I mean, these phones are great, but don't buy any phone. Buy a VR headset. Like, come on, dude. You know what I mean? Just buy one. Like, dude, I'm telling you. There we go. Okay, yeah. So you actually get in a game where we're shooting each other and stuff. Everybody in club. Okay. Yeah. So, well, shoulder trigger. The graphics are good, man. I mean, I'm kind of dogging this thing, but dude, I mean, just I feel like there's a lot that is easily taken for granted, and this phone is a good one, dude. So there's no real complaints. I don't know if it's actually right is shoot and then left is yeah, I think it's just aim, right is shoot. There's a good chance I'm gonna suck ass, man. All right, just get out of here. All right, leave me alone. This might be bots. I don't know. This might be bots.
Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight.
This might be a bot game, bro. This is too easy. The sensitivity is painfully low, but
Load. Target in sight. Target.
ah, Man, I had a big ass kill streak going too. That's a bit annoying, sir. Oh, that's cool. Damn.
Target's outside.
Dude, that's such a bullshit kill of mine. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean that's some Call of Duty. I mean that new little map looks cool. But yeah, I mean there's like there's it's just a basic Android phone. It has a lot to it, man. I mean it's fast. Like if you're coming from a phone that doesn't have a lot of RAM and it doesn't have a very good processor, like this phone's gonna be a beast, man. Especially the 9 Pro. And obviously I'm just giving this as a final review. But yeah, I don't know why, but I had to install. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why I said that. Okay. But basically, I had to install a new phone app because this one would just not work. Like I was literally copying in numbers and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like just fucking, please, honor system, don't fucking call us random ass numbers, okay? But basically, I would call and it wouldn't call, or like I would hit, copying a number and it wouldn't go through. And so I just was like, what the fuck, man? So I had to go and it wouldn't do selections in calls for like call menus. Like, it's just like, what the fuck's going on, man? like, it's pretty annoying. All you have to do is go into the store and type in Google Phone and install it. And I know it's such a big asshole to have to go ahead and fucking do that. Oh no, I guess life's over, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's not a big of a deal. Yeah, so you just download that. So like sometimes Android requires workarounds. Oh, I just wanted to work out the box. But like sometimes it just doesn't happen, man. I haven't ever experienced an iPhone that works out the box. Oh, iPhones are the best, bro. I don't know. But basically, it doesn't mean that every single instance is going to suck and it's going to be the worst, especially if you get a global model. I would get an international model because it has Google services built in because of the fact that Google kind of is not really affiliated in China anymore, or they don't really associate themselves with China, I suppose, anymore. Chinese phones have their own market based on like what device you're using. Like this one had a pre-installed Nubia market because it was the China one. And that's cool, but I had to do, all the Play Store stuff being third party. So I guess, what do you want? You want fast updates because of the fact that they give the China updates really quickly? Or do you want slower updates with having to do with built-in Google Play services and, and a built-in basic, like the Google apps are built in. And of course, maybe you could just install them, but it might be a bit of an easier transition if you're on the other phone, right? Or if you're on the regular one. So I would say always go with the global one. I mean, get the Chinese one, no big deal. But yeah. So what else is something that I really I suppose that I think about this phone? I basically use it for calling and texting and RuneScape, YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube, man. Don't judge me for whatever I searched up. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, bullshit. What the hell? Yeah.
He's ejected from the contest.
Dude, what the fuck? Yeah, he's already clearly down. Yeah, what the fuck? That's so dirt. What the fuck, bro? He's clearly down, and you're gonna try to spear him, bro. Spearing is leading with your helmet while he's down. Like, just dirty. Like, fuck that guy, bro. Ugh. Cold Swan. She's crazy, bro.
Block recock.
Damn. Yeah, basically, your boy gets sucked into fucking TikToks and shit. I don't know. Does not Chicago deep dish pizza. I mean, it looks good. Either way, I don't know. My body's a temple, but this one, Legends of the Temple. Yeah, I don't know. I'm on YouTube a lot, guys. I really enjoy it. Just, what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of like random videos and stuff like that. It's definitely easy to get sucked into that whole world. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I play regular RuneScape on here. What else do I don't really listen to very much music. But, it's great for listening to music. It has that DTS sound thing. I don't know. I mean, I guess, like, things I use in the toggle menu, you can combine this, but I find this a bit annoying that it's like they copied Apple's thing, but China doesn't really have copyright laws, so they can pretty much just rip things off. I mean, it really feels like they took the iPhone interface, and I was like, come on, bro. If you saw my original video, I was like, dude, what the fuck? But yeah, I mean, you have like a lot of stuff like airplane mode, vibrate, location, auto rotate, Z-Smart cast, disturb, blah, blah, blah. Basically, all I use is light strip toggle, change it to the refresh rate. I like automatic just because it drains the battery lower or like less. You know what I'm saying? There's power saver. There's like an ultimate power saver mode kind of thing you can do, which is kind of cool. and that really will save the battery for a few days. They have it on Samsung phones as well, but it's nice that it carries over. Somebody asked if there was like multiple profiles. I don't know. I have no idea how to do that, to be honest. But I mean, I really enjoy like the theming, you know what I'm saying? Just like the customization, all that stuff. Like, it's really good, man. Like, yeah, I mean, this phone is good, man. It feels good in the hand. Like, how does it feel? You know what I'm saying? You know, you can hear like the little tapping, right? Just like this, and then just like, you know what I'm saying? Because you can hear like the whole ordeal. I mean, okay, and so something cool is they're actually getting rid of the popped out camera things. Like the Nubia made a flush camera, which is fantastic. I think that they did a good job with that. You know, and I feel like overall this phone's aesthetic like look is really good, man. It looks good. You know what I mean? A lot of people like, even though it's a 1080p display, a lot of people look at the display and are like, oh man, it's actually a pretty cool display. You know what I mean? Again, and at first too, I was like, no way, Transformers, can't wait to get my hands on it. Never gonna get tired of this device. And 3 months later, I'm like, fuck man, I'm already tired of the device. One thing I did like is I like the charging speed, man. I have a charging speed video if you're really curious about the difference between the 8 Pro and 8S Pro. Charging speed, they're the Plus editions, but it's literally the same thing. Except for in China, the Plus version, that's not the Transformers edition, is going to have a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and I'm not really sure why they didn't go with the 6 in China, but regardless, they didn't. So, I mean, yeah, that's that. Let's see what else I can talk about. Let's see here. What else? Yeah, but call quality, honestly, when it does go through and you get a separate app, it's good. You know, texting's good. You make sure you want to have the Google one because there's no RCS built in the regular Chinese app thing. RCS is going to allow you to send high quality pictures and videos depending on how high quality the phone is. I noticed that when I set it to an old phone with an older version of RCS, the quality was kind of just dog shit, and I don't really know why. But I would assume it's just because it's an older phone, which is no big deal. But I mean, it's cool. Like, you know, there's like soft rounded corners, and, you know, I managed to not chip the corner on this one. Fortunately, one of my subscribers, shout out to that dude, was willing to buy the device, you know, take it off my hands. And hopefully you're enjoying it, dude. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be selling this one as well, but not right away. I feel like I'm gonna keep this just for comparison's sake, for different things. You know, I'll do that battery video. Was like, God, that was annoying, bro. Like, I don't think that video only has like 600 views or something, or like, and I'm just like, dude, I recorded that for a week and a half of just charge, uncharge, charge, uncharge. Like, dude, just part after part after part, and it's whatever. I mean, it's just very frustrating. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll try to do that again. I don't know. It's a lot of work for little reward, I suppose. Nah, but I mean, you can kind of see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, the charge up time with this on being 18 minutes, that's fucking crazy. Like, I've never had a phone like that ever to do that, to basically get from 0 to 100 in that amount of time. It's so funny too, because I used the phone with like one of the old style bricks with like a regular cord, and this wasn't like a high rated, I guess, power brick, and it, you know, didn't have like the fast charging enabled with, you know what I mean? So it was like, it takes forever to charge shit. I mean, I tried to charge this to 10. It took 30 minutes just for it to get to 10%. And that's just the charger. You know what I mean? So like the charger that you do get is important, guys. So make sure you get a high quality charger. You're always going to get one with a RedMagic phone. But yeah, I also think that something I've been thinking about too is a lot of people do complain about the software. The software isn't terrible, okay? It works. It does work. There's some kinks and things like that I was complaining about. But overall, man, like, it worked. You know what I'm saying? You can just scroll through stuff. Like, that's kind of cool they do that, but emergency mode. But you know what I'm saying? It's fast, man. It's snappy. It's got good specs, bro. Like, 16 gigs of RAM. Yeah, Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 at 3.36 gigahertz. You can lock it out with the game control menus. You can have full control over CPU and GPU. There's just a lot you can do with this. And yeah, I mean, it's a great phone, and I really enjoy it. I've always had a good time with this phone. Something I would always do too is I play this game with my wife, like 4-player or 2-player reactor. It's more fun, honestly, with the Fold, but I sold the Fold as well because I used that. But yeah, you can just, I'm pretty sure I did this in the display. I can talk clearly. I'm pretty sure, like 99 to 100% sure. Yeah, okay, so in the video where you see it's like a recorded on TV where it's like that remote mode where you can plug it in and it can be used as a console, which is pretty friggin' sweet. I'm not gonna lie, it works really well. I have a video on that, and you can see that the game that I just showed you. But I play that, you know what I mean, at dinner. And it's great. It's a great game on a great device. You know what I mean? Like, this thing will slide into your pocket very easily. It's not super bulky. Like, you can wrap your hands around it pretty well. I guess like just comparatively to like some random objects, you have like, oh, so I have a DIY video, but this thing is also great for repair. So if you ever look up an 8 Pro DIY video, it's the same thing for the 8S Pro. It's gonna work for the new one too. It's basically just a cell phone repair kit. It's a good one, but yeah. What else? What else do I want to say? The phone, the Transformers edition got old pretty fast. And is what it is. You do have like your themes and all that, like I said. But yeah, I mean, I basically ran out of it. I suppose overall it's a good phone. There are some weird quirks to work out, but every game runs well, probably except for RuneScape. I've really enjoyed it, guys. Like, you know what I mean? It's hard to say that I've had many problems with this device, and that's a good thing, you know? It's going to be a good daily driver. Don't really worry about dust and stuff like that. It's not going to totally slow the phone down. The cameras are good on the back. I guess like when taking a straight shot, like at the highest quality. Yeah, I mean, it's got triggers, built-in fan. It's slim, but I mean, you might as well at this point go with the 9 Pro. But yeah, this is just my final thoughts. I'd say after 5 months, the device is worth it, man. It's a device is worth it. It was worth the purchase. I don't feel like I wasted my money. It was snappy and quick. I saw a good 10 frames per second better in RuneScape. I have a video, if you look back on that, and my comparison video, better. And I'm hoping to see the same kind of big jump from this phone to the next one. If you have an 8 Pro, definitely get the 9 Pro. It's a good time to upgrade. This is actually going to be the real upgrade because this one was just a overclock of the same processor. But now we're getting a new phone redesign, and we're getting a new processor. So like this 9 Pro is going to be the best, man. So just keep an eye out for that. In the next few days, they're going to announce it, and then it will be available for purchase. And I can't wait to get my hands on it, and I can't wait to go ahead and purchase the device. It's going to be freaking awesome, man. So yeah, and I can't wait to get those videos towards you. But yeah, this is my final 5-month review of just getting this back in July or maybe the beginning of August. And yeah, now we're here, and I got it in, was it June? Why am I saying 5 months? I'm a genius, guys. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. 4 months. It's been 4 months, okay? Basically, a 4-month review. I keep saying 5, but it's a 4-month review. Yeah, so excuse me at the end there. But yeah, that's really it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, have a good one.
Are you threatening me?